A warm welcome to all of you again. In this fourth discussion with Mr. Anshuman Rajhans, we are going to discuss how did he prepare his forestry optional, what was his strategy, what were the avoidable mistakes which he realized in the hindsight, and what were the things which worked in his favor. Mr. Anshuman, a quick introduction, he secured 11th rank in the Indian Forest Service Examination 2018, and he also secured 356th rank in the Civil Service Examination 2018. So in this part, Mr. Anshuman is going to focus upon his forestry preparation and he is going to share his strategy with you. In the beginning, it is important for you to know that while Mr. Anshuman was preparing on his own, but in the later part of his forestry preparation, he joined Evolution's targeted program for the forestry optional for IFS examination. In this targeted program, in a short span of time, we try to cover the most vital areas for IFS forestry. This we have been doing for the last 6 years, and Mr. Anshuman was our student of this program. But I'm sure that apart from this program, he must have been preparing from an earlier point of time, and he must have done a few things on his own apart from our input in this program. We are going to discuss all about it. I hope all those who are preparing for Indian Forest Service with forestry optional will find this discussion meaningful.
Regarding the strength of forestry as an optional, if I look at the time that one has to give, because after civil services means there are 2 months, and forestry optional can be done within that particular time period. So definitely it doesn't require a lot of time. That is the one beneficial aspect. And apart from that, if we look at the scores that the candidates have got in forestry optional, as an optional it is quite scoring, and it is very much objective. What I mean by objective is that the syllabus is there, the previous year question paper, if we look at it, definitely questions are direct. There is not a lot of manipulation in the way the questions are asked. Some of the questions can either be predicted beforehand, and there are many repetitive questions which get repeated after 3 or 4 years. And apart from that, if we take a look at the whole from prelims to mains to interview, in the prelims stage, the environment aspect related questions are there, and even in the interview stage, a lot of questions will be asked from the environment and forestry related concepts and topics. So if that optional is there, that helps not only in the forestry optional but also in the interview stage, because a lot of questions come from the environment legislation and environment related topics. And apart from that, if we look at the availability of material, definitely books are there, a lot of good books are there in the market, so definitely one would not face any difficulty in preparation of this optional. And regarding the challenges, I don't think that there is any sort of a specific challenge, but definitely seeing the sheer kind of competition, because everyone is taking forestry optional. So nowadays one has to pay some extra age or have some finishing touch in order to get some extra advantage in this particular optional. In my 2017 attempt, I had 2 months, and in that particular time I mainly focused on reading the Manikandan and Prabhu book. And at that time I had made notes of certain chapters like silviculture system and forest management. And by that particular attempt I learned that the main thing is that I have to take advantage. I got roughly around 210 marks out of 400, but I wanted to increase that score in my next attempt, in the 2018 attempt. So I tried to first ensure that at least I have the notes of each and every chapter, so that I can revise at the end. I was knowing from my 2017 attempt that not making notes of each and every chapter was my basic fault that I had done. And apart from that, I had read only Manikandan and Prabhu book. I had the conceptual clarity of each and every chapter, but definitely more depth was required in order to attain marks of the range of 250 or 260 marks. So I focused on important books of important chapters like Silviculture and Silviculture System by L.S. Khanna, and Forest Mensuration by Chaturvedi, Forest Management by Ram Prakash, and made elaborate notes out of those books, and that was the main thing that I did extra in my 2018 attempt that helped me hone my marks, and that was about 253 or 254 marks. The basic book will remain the same, that is Manikandan and Prabhu, because that has been presented in an exam like manner, but definitely the flow of the book is not good, but at least in 400 and 500 pages everything has been there in the book, so definitely one has to consult that particular book. And for many of the chapters that are very small and direct question comes, definitely that book can be referred. But apart from that, in order to have conceptual clarity, the important chapters are silviculture and silviculture system in paper 1, and forest management and forest mensuration in paper 2. So for these 4 chapters, which there are total 16 chapters and these are only 4 chapters, but I personally think that they constitute 50 to 60% because they are the core aspect of forestry as an optional. So these 4 chapters need to be dealt properly. Even thorough reading of the books of these particular chapters have to be done, which I did in my 2018 attempt. Regarding these particular 4 sections, first, that is silviculture. So understanding of the silviculture is important not only for paper 1 but also for paper 2, because the terms, the concepts that has to be quoted in other particular sections also. And for that silviculture, I referred the book of Alice Khanna, and that book is definitely lengthy, but one can consult the previous year question paper and the syllabus for knowing to know what to read from that particular book. And the concepts like regeneration, natural regeneration, artificial regeneration, or the tending practices, cultural practices, and apart from that, nursery practices, these are the repetitive questions that comes from this particular chapter. So one can read Manikandan and can definitely from Manikandan one can also understand, but a deeper understanding can be made if one read this particular book. And for getting better marks in this particular section, I personally think that quoting examples, particularly the name of the trees, that is very much important. If a question comes about vegetative propagation, then one has to name at least the tree in which that particular practice is done. Then only one can definitely get better marks. And at least 40 to 50 name of the trees should be at the fingertips, because that will help in quoting. And apart from that, in the silviculture system, the same a different book is there, but by the same author, Alice Khanna, Silviculture System. And in that particular book, the book is small, and roughly 50% of the book has to be read for examination point of view. And in that particular section, if one clears everything by making diagrams that how this particular silviculture system functions, and definitely if one enlists the reason in which this particular silviculture system is practiced in the country, in which kind of forest or which species of trees this is practiced, so definitely that will help in boosting the marks. Diagram, the name of the trees, and the reason wise where it is practiced. And with respect to forest mensuration, it is slightly mathematical by approach, and if one is of that background, then definitely it will be easier to understand. And even the mathematics is not that much tedious, but definitely the outlook or the manner in which this particular chapter has to be read is mathematical. And for that particular section, first a reading of Manikandan and Prabhu will help in understanding what one has to read, and definitely one can go and read in detail from the Chaturvedi book. That will help in enhancing the content level. And in that particular section also, diagram making also helps in presenting better in the examination. And regarding the last chapter, that is the most important, that is the forest management. And I personally think that forest management needs to be read at the last, after one has read for silviculture system and forest mensuration, because that is the epitome of all the 3 chapters, because the concept of all these 3 chapters will be used in forest management. And with respect to that particular section, I read directly from Ram Prakash, and that is a roughly 150 to 170 pages book, and that can be read, and that will help in holistic understanding, because the main chapter, that is yield regulation, that can only be understood because a lot of formulas are there, but one can holistically understand if one has known the concept of silviculture system and forest mensuration. So if these 4 chapters are at command, so not only the questions from these 4 chapters, but definitely if other question comes, like question can come from chapter of forest protection or forest ecology, in that particular section also the concept of silviculture or silviculture system or forest management can be used to answer in an effective manner. if one has read forestry at least 1 or 2 times, then definitely conceptual clarity will be there. But if one has to get extra marks, then diagrams has to be made on the examination paper, and even the name of the species has to be given as an example. If a question pops up regarding silviculture system, the question asked is there about let's say uniform shelter root, then one has to enlist the name of the species or the region of the country where it is practiced. So for that revision aspect is very much important, and that revision will only be proper if notes are there. So I made roughly 100 pages notes for paper 1 and 100 pages notes for paper 2. So in the first month I made 200 pages notes, and in the second month I revised 2 times, and after the end of the 2 month when the paper was there, so for 4 days were there, another 4 days just before the exam to revise, then I again revised that time also. And during this revision definitely notes will help you, because every time you cannot revise everything from the book itself. Regarding answer writing, personally first I think that all those questions that have been asked in the previous year, that should be answered in the UPSC like format, because maximum of the questions, about 50 to 60% questions are repetitive. In silviculture system hardly there are 14 to 15 silviculture system, and out of that silviculture system, 15 silviculture system are there, so 3 would be asked in the examination, so question is roughly out. So one has to do that, prepare 15 silviculture system in an elaborate manner, so that is only making notes, and even previous year question paper will be also in that format. So what I used to do, that those type of questions that were repetitive, I jotted down on the answer format as it is there in the UPSC format, that margins on both sides, as if I am writing on the UPSC answer sheet. So first answer writing should be of UPSC previous year question paper, and after that one can go for writing certain tests of coaching institutes. That definitely helps, because certain questions definitely will be there, one has to tackle on the spot. Definitely one will be having the knowledge, but structuring and how to answer, how to approach, that has to be done on the spot. For that practicing test of any particular coaching definitely helps. Regarding getting an edge, I personally think that diagram plays a key role, because roughly 50% of the questions can better be illustrated with the help of diagrams. In silviculture, nursery practices can be definitely answered well through diagrams. In silviculture system, that is totally diagrammatic. Mensuration, forest mensuration demands diagram, and even in certain aspects of forest management, that also demands diagram. So making your answer more effective through the use of diagrams is very much effective in answering. And apart from that, one needs to know various examples. For paper 1, naming various trees, definitely that helps in boosting the marks. At least I had kept in mind that at least I will write 2 to 3 name of the species in each and every answer. So definitely that is not possible in some of the questions, that will not be the demand, but definitely that thing was at the back of the mind, that wherever I have the space or wherever there is some context, I should quote more examples in the form of the name of the species, because ultimately silviculture is about trees and naming of the species where it is used. For example, a question is there on tackling desertification. So that particular question demands that what are those species that are being used in order to tackle desertification in the Rajasthan area. So if 3 to 4 species are being named by the candidate, so definitely that will help in boosting the marks. At least 2 or 1 marks at least, or 2 marks, definitely the examiner will give more to that particular person who has quoted the various name of the species. So these are the 2 things that I personally think that help in boosting the marks. If I compare my 2017 and 18 attempt, definitely I have done that mistake. I also prepared for 2 months, but when I see from now, definitely I would align my strategy for the 2017 attempt and also in a different manner. The first thing that I did was that at that particular time, definitely I took a crash course at Evolution. That definitely helped in getting the conceptual clarity. But at the same time, what I did wrong was that I didn't made notes for each and every section of the forestry papers. So that was the fallacy. I made notes for the important chapters, but definitely for each and every chapter, I didn't made the notes. I only marked on the book. But definitely that doesn't help much, because at the end I couldn't revise that much. That was the basic mistake. And apart from that, I could have done more answer writing. especially even if I would have written UPSC previous year question paper, all the previous year question paper of the last 10 years in a manner that I would reproduce in the examination like manner, that would have definitely helped in boosting the marks. So these are the two basic things, and multiple revisions definitely help, because ultimately many things are there that one has to memorize. If one is from science background, then one would be comfortable in paper 2 mensuration and management, but definitely would not be that much confident in tree breeding or plant improvement part. And the other way around also, if one is from the zoology or botany background, the similar thing will be there. So definitely revision definitely helps.